So question 4 here, again to sort of solve this inequality, to get the range of solutions, we need to look at the critical points, okay? So we're going to try and find what they are, and we do that by solving this equation, setting it equal to 0, okay? And we'll have two brackets then, we're going to factorize it, okay? And in this case then, because it's 10x squared, I'm going to put 10x in both brackets. And we do the multiply add thing over here there. And remember, in terms of what they multiply to be, well, we've got to multiply the first number here by that last number. So 10 times minus 3 is minus 30, and adds up then to give minus 1. Okay, so you get minus 30 there, and minus 1 in that term. So we need to think of two numbers, first of all, that multiply to give 30, right? So, you know, we could think of 2 times 15, yeah? There's no way you can get minus 1 from that. We could think of 3 times 10, couldn't we? Okay, that gives you 30, but again, you're not going to get minus 1. 5 times 6, though, would work, wouldn't it? Okay, and to get them to add up to give minus 1, I'd need that to be minus 6 and that to be plus 5, okay? Because you think about it, minus 6 and plus 5 will give you minus 1, and they multiply to give minus 30. So plus 5 in one and minus 6 in the other, okay? And remember then, we need to divide by 2, okay? Not 2, sorry, we need to divide by 10, because I times by 10 here, and it's sort of the way this method works, okay? Because we times by 10 at the start, we sort of pay him back, now dividing by 10, doing the opposite. Think of it that way, and then we'll get to our solution. So in regards then these two brackets, right? If you look at the first bracket here, there's a common factor of 5, isn't it? 5 goes into both. So what do I times by 5 to get 10? Well, that'll be 2, so 2x. What do I times by 5 to get 5? That'll be 1. And in the second bracket then, 10 and 6, well, 2 is the common factor there. So 5x will give me what I need there, and times it by 3 there will give me the 6. Divide then the whole thing by 10. Okay, and then you realise then, well, 5 and 2 here, times them, that gives me the same as 10 on the bottom, so they cancel out. So I get 2x plus 1, and 5x minus 3 equals 0. So either the first bracket is equal to 0, or the second bracket is equal to 0. Okay, so then, you know, I take the 1 over, so I get minus 1, and then because it's 2x, take the 2 over and divide. Same here, take the minus 3 over, becomes 3, and divide by that 5. So you've got two fractions there as your critical points. One is negative, one is positive, all right? So we'll mark that in there. So 3/5, say, is about here. It's only a sketch, remember, 1/2 or minus 1/2 is there. So we'll draw our quadratic in, okay? So turn it upside down, it's often easier to draw. And then we'll refer back to our inequality. Now, with regards to our inequality this time, notice it's greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so we want our quadratic to be positive. So if you think about it, the curve is positive here, okay, all of this here, stretching to infinity, and here as well, stretching to negative infinity in terms of the x values, okay. So we want all of these x values here, all of these x values that's greater than 3/5, will give us a positive value for this curve, because this curve will just keep on going like this, yeah? And the same then, all of these x values that are less than minus 1/2, okay, will give us a positive value for that curve. So notice as well that the regions are separate, okay? They're not sort of belonging to each other, they are distinct, okay? They're apart. So when with regards to our final solution, we'll keep our range of solutions apart. So if we deal maybe with a positive one first, that's often easier to deal with, isn't it? We'll say that x has got to be greater than or equal. It could equal to the critical point, right? Because it says you're equal to 0. So greater than or equal to 3/5, okay? All the x values there. Or, and it's important you put that word or in, it really is, or you could get Dr. Mark. So it's either this region or the other region. Can't be both at the same time, right? So it's either that region or the other region. So it'll be x is less than or equal to minus 1/2, okay? And if you think about it, it is less than minus 1/2 there, or equal to, and you've got your two solutions then, which we do keep apart.